for the serious gamer.
Hey, it's Spider-Man NextGenTactics.com. This is Search and Destroy Rush Series Rundown Defense. This is my class layout and kill streak layout for the Rush series. If I'm not using that, then I probably prestiged and I don't have everything unlocked. So this is our A-Rush, sort of, and defend. We're going to plant a Claymore right here, and we're just going to go over here and defend. And again, the first few rounds are from some earlier matches as I was playing multiplayer. And I'm not exactly sure why I waited around here for so long, but, you know, want to hang out. See where the guys are shooting from. We got that Claymore behind us, so, I mean, on Rundown, there are really only 3 ways in. And you've got 3 bridges, one on A side, one on B side. I mean, there's stairs over on B side, but you still have to jump off the bridge in order to go up the stairs. And you got the bridge in the middle. So, I mean, a good defense, you want to cover the 3 bridges. I mean, if you can do that without getting sniped or whatever, then you're going to win the round. So really, that's what we were trying to do. We actually had 2 bridges covered just by ourselves. And we're depending on our teammates to cover the 3rd bridge over on B. Obviously, they did not. And we've got enemies over on B side. I mean, we know they didn't come over on A because we had both bridges covered. So, we're just going to keep moving. There's a guy, quick knife. It's always nice. And we're waiting for the last guy. We're not sure where he is. Now, when you don't know where the last guy is, I mean, we're pretty sure they're on B side, but by now he could be anywhere. So what you want to do is sort of maintain a position where you have the least amount of distance between both bomb sites. And we're just sort of checking on either side and just seeing if we can see any movement at all. And then we quickly run back. But, you know, if you notice, like, we're in a position where we can get to A and B fairly quickly if there's a bomb plant. We get kind of lucky here. We were fairly close to B, and we catch him just after he planted, and we get the nice defuse after a little teabagging. Now, one thing about teabagging and proper etiquette, like, don't use the entire time until you have 6 or 7 seconds left to defuse. I mean, come on, guys. Like, I'll just leave rounds when people do that. Like, what a waste of 30 seconds of my life to watch a guy just freaking teabag and fire off for, you know, 30 seconds. Please do not do that. Okay, so here's sort of another A-rush and defense. Again, with that Claymore and with us covering the 2nd bridge, we've got 2 out of 3 ways in covered. Now, our Claymore goes off. We actually got wounded from a frag or a Semtex, not sure which one. But we know there's probably a guy in at A, and there he is. Hopefully there's only 1 and not 2. And we've got 2 guys over there, 2 of our teammates over there, and there's a guy on the bridge. Now one thing, see, I mean that's important, you're going to see it on the next round as well in an A-rush. When you're rushing A and you're going over that bridge, always remember you can just drop off of it. And, you know, if you run into trouble and, let's say you're coming across that bridge and you see 2 guys or 1 guy and he sort of gets the jump on you from, you know, he starts firing at you right away and, you know, you're not ready and you know he's got you, you know, just pull off the side of the bridge and into the water. I mean, it's actually a good tactic. I've used it, you know, I used it there, even though I did end up killing him. But I have used it on a number of occasions. You know, you come across and all of a sudden you see 3 guys and they're all trying to fire at you, then just drop off the bridge and immediately aim up the stairs. So there's a guy there, just likely he's got a Kimbo 1887s. And, you know, we're not going to confront him head on, and we catch him coming down the stairs with a nice headshot. So much for your Kimbos, punk. Sorry. Anyway, so this is an actual A-rush. We don't actually see anybody. And, again, this being one of our earlier rounds, I think we actually had Commando Pro on instead of Ninja Pro on. So we're going to do a little bit of knifing here. It's kind of fun. You know, I did it for a while. It gets a little boring after, but, you know, we get some good knives here. So there's 2. And we're just looking. You know, a lot of times they'll come back here. They'll be on the left side of this little shack. And there's 2 of them. So we catch the one guy in the back, and we're going to come around and catch this guy. Boom. 4 kill streak with the knife. Sweet. You gotta love that. Okay, so one of our teammates just got taken out, and if you looked on our radar, or our mini-map, he got taken out over near B, so we're going to head over here. And what we end up doing here is sort of a bait, and I do it in the next round. It's a different sort of bait, but you know, I plant the claymore here, and then I'm going to fire off a couple rounds up top. Hopefully that he's, you know, maybe he's up top and he can see the bullets flying by, but he knows where I'm shooting from, and he comes down, he walks right into the claymore. So I love to bait people with claymores, man. It's awesome. Okay, so this is actually a B-side rush, and we have another bait tactic that we use. And if you saw my COD4 videos, I actually baited a few times as well. Once with a sniper rifle on ambush. It was pretty cool. Anyways, a lot of times when you do rush, you'll catch guys going up these stairs. I mean, you might catch guys sooner, like especially if they're rushing. Now, here's where I bait. They have a UAV. I don't have cold-blooded, so I go up here. I have no intention of shooting out the window. I just want to plant that claymore, and the guy knows I'm up here. So hopefully he comes up and he eats my claymore. So that's the way you want to do it. I love to bait guys like that. So here's another B-side rush. Again, if somebody's really rushing on the other side, you might run into them right here. And I actually did when we were doing some verses with some of our teammates. One of my teammates was actually, well, he was on the other team, obviously. And he was rushing hard towards that bridge, and we actually ran into him where I mentioned it. So you do have to be careful. Again, with the perks, people can have our class on, and you're going to run into them obviously a lot quicker, more often than not. And this is where you always catch guys. I mean, they'll always be out here, you know, especially obviously if they're approaching A, and we end up getting the 2 guys. So, I mean, if you don't see anybody once you cross that bridge at B, I mean, it's likely that they're going A, and they're going to be in those spots, unless they're sniping. So this is another A rush. And again, we get in pretty easily. There isn't anybody around. Now, the opposing team actually called in a UAV, so, again, with our class, we want to keep moving. We actually should have had that guy, but we got kind of unlucky there. Just want to keep moving. And don't let them pinpoint your position. Okay, and that's why we check our backs as well. I mean, as we came down the stairs, you just, you know, if you're running for a period of time, you always want to turn around and look, especially when they have UAV. So we're going over to B side. Again, we don't want to be sort of on our own versus, not sure how many are left, 1, 2, or 3, who knows. But you don't want to be alone on that side when the enemy has UAV. Okay, so they're over there. Our teammate just got taken out. So we're going to rush back over here just like we're doing a B-side rush. And we're being a little bit more cautious. I know there's a guy like right in here somewhere. He might be up the stairs, not sure yet. But again, we're going to take our time. And he actually comes running right there. Okay, so we're just waiting here a little bit. You know, if the enemy team's smart, they saw on their radar that their teammate got killed right here. Hopefully they think maybe we're upstairs or we've moved, but this is actually a half-decent spot to quote-unquote camp. And we catch another guy coming over, and there's the bomb right there. So obviously we're going to stay here. We actually cut a little bit out because there was a bit of time we were waiting and we catch the last guy. But we cut it out just for time purposes so we can fit in more for you guys. I mean, it was just waiting there anyways. Can't remember how long it was, maybe 10 or 20 seconds. Okay, so here's another B-side rush. I don't really rush up the middle just because the enemy team, where they spawn, and they can get up there quite easily. And again, just to sort of prevent that rush from the opposite side, I throw that stun grenade. So we don't see anybody, and it's likely, again, they're over on A side. We get a nice double kill there, and we're going to go after the last guy and see if he's over here. But we don't actually get him, our teammate gets him because he's already over on our side. And that's it. So that is our rundown defense strategy. Offense is a lot more difficult because defense can get into position a lot more quickly. So I hope you guys like that. I'm Spiderbite for NextGenTactics.com. Visit our website for more strategies and tactics and videos just like this one.